All right, friends, we are going to work on revising and editing our story over the next 2 days. So we're going to do this in two parts. The first part that we're going to do today, we are just going to work on revising. So this is not proofreading. This is not when we're checking for spelling. We're not looking at punctuation or capitalization. It's not what we're looking at today. We're looking at different components of the story to make sure that we have them all in there where they should be. And we're going to do something that we haven't done before. We're going to look at the verbs and the words that we chose for our story, and we're going to see if there are any that we can choose to make them a little bit stronger. So I'm going to take a look at my draft and show you what I mean. So here I have my revising checklist. Now in your book, you can look if you want at page 144. It has this as well, but I've just rewritten it here. So here are the main things that I'm checking for in my writing today. I'm checking to see, do I have a clear beginning, middle, and end? And remember, your middle is where the problem happens. Is my introduction interesting? When I start reading this, is someone going to want to keep reading after they read the first few sentences? The ending of my story, is it satisfying to my reader? Does it give a clear wrap up to the story? Am I using dialogue in my story? In the end, I'm using strong verbs. This one right here, am I using strong verbs? This is the one that I'm gonna explain a little bit more. So these are the things you're checking for today. And then for verbs, I'm gonna show you, I have just the very beginning of my draft here. And it says, "Lucy, come get the ball," said Owen. "Woof, woof," said Lucy excitedly. Owen and Lucy loved playing with toys. It was Lucy's lucky day because they had a brand new ball. Every time Owen threw the ball, Lucy would go get it. So for strong verbs, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for words that I use that are kind of boring. Words that I think I might be able to come up with a better option. So the first one that I'm thinking of as I read this is I see that there's an exclamation mark here, but then I just use the word said. So I'm wondering, instead of said, I'm going to put a line through it. And I'm thinking of other words that I might be able to use, like yelled, shouted. So for now, I'm going to go with shouted, because it helps my reader understand a little bit more about what's going on. And then I'm also noticing at the end here, every time Owen threw the ball, Lucy would go get it. Go get it is kind of boring to me. So I think I might be able, instead of just say Lucy would go get it, I'm going to cross that off and I'm going to brainstorm, and I'm going to think, instead of go, I'm going to say Lucy would, I guess I didn't really need to cross off would. I'm going to say Lucy would dash across the room. So just to remind you what you're looking for as you're revising today, you're checking for a beginning, middle, and end, interesting introduction, a satisfying ending. Make sure that you're using dialogue, and you're looking to make sure that you use strong verbs. So just like I did, you are going to pick some verbs to cross off and choose something that's more interesting. I would say make it your goal to change 3 to 4 words in your writing. And if you're struggling to decide which words to change, look for the verbs. So just a reminder, you do not need to check for punctuation or spelling or anything like that today. You're just looking for these things on your revising checklist. As always, if you have any questions, let me know, and I'm looking forward to reading your writing.